is, well, this guitar's tuned really weird. It took me a while to figure out how to play all the parts that I put on the record.
Was that like just for fun, to challenge yourself?
Like, so we started the song and Jim wanted me to play this, which is really impossible. So it took a long time to record it. So that's the way it is on the record. So the low E string and the high E string are playing it. And then a friend of mine is a pedal nut, and I was like, I need to do an octave up and an octave below. So then you can just play one note. This thing does an octave up and an octave below. So I've been using that ever since.
When I first listened to the song, I went like, I wasn't sure if you were doing that or if he was doing that. So I made the bass player have to do that too. So,
no, you might as well all do it, you know, in any range. And then there's also the part where I tune the string down. Like you can tell the guitar's playing with the keyboard.
Yeah, the boom,
yeah. I don't even know what that is. That's really low. So that's like a C sharp. I tune the whole guitar up a half step and then drop this string two full steps and drop this a whole step. So I can do the. So I can play with the keyboard.
Yeah, and you get the open string sound.
That's all kind of optional, but.
When I was listening to it and I took off like the center pan vocals on it to kind of hear what you were doing in the background with the guitar, there's like all kinds of little like half note kind of bluesy hammerings, like tiny little rhythm parts in between. Yeah, and I thought I heard like kind of like a block chord like hammer on like flat third to third kind of thing sneaking its way in there too. There's all kinds of little extras.
Yeah, and the thing is like we record it and then Jim does whatever he does later, and then I just try to pick up the pieces and figure out what parts to play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he'll be singing and like playing chords or whatever.
Is he kind of like, is that how he gets direction? Is Jim like the, just like, I want this sound, and you find that sound? Or is it usually, how collaborative? I'm just curious.
It's
It
depends on the song and the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a very abstract way of, he knows it's in his head, he can see it or he can hear it, but then like to kind of translate that and talk about it and relate it to us.
It's more like
more like colors or shapes.
Yeah, like play something orange. But
synesthesia, right?
The main thing is like we just try to find different spaces to be in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not do the same part or have the same guitar sound.
Right.
Have there a reason to be two people banging on the guitar, you know.
Right. There are enough bands out there with two guitar players just stepping on top of each other.
Yeah.
But if you're open to like open string ideas, then you've got all these other different.
Yeah, and then you might have to have another guitar tuned a certain way or take the time to tune. When is the show?
I believe we're doing early February, late January.
Right?
Yeah.
Roughly in that area. So.
Okay, so there's time between now and then.
Yes.
So I can suggest things that you could work on.
Absolutely, yeah.
I would think one of you guys, since you're doing like solos a lot, you should stay on the solos or whatever. But maybe what's your name?
Ari.
Ari, I'm Carl. Maybe you could pick up some of the keyboard line thing.
Yeah.
Like you could do it together in the verses, especially in the second verse or whatever. Go.
Yeah. What I had done was I gave him like a block chord shape, but I like that better now.
You can do some of it both, you know, throughout the song.
Right, but then in a new tuning, right? Like if you have that, or if you're doing.
Maybe experiment with the tuning, but you might be able to do it with the. You know what I mean? I don't know if you'd be able to get that note, but I still have the top 4 strings are available for chords.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and you're doing like a half step down with all the.
Well, I tune the guitar. I used to play with the capo, but then I just tuned the whole guitar up.
Oh, so okay, half step up.
Because I got confused.
Oh. When I listened to it, I wrote it all out in A flat. Like, and I just went like, oh, whoops.
Yeah.
No, like maybe we should go back and think to retune things or something.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to these guys to play it without a capo, because I would have immediately been like, capo. Like, so much easier.
Whoops, made it harder than that.
Oh, no. I mean, it's good. It's good.
Cool, man. Well, if you want to sit around and listen to another song, you're welcome.
Sure.
You don't have to do whatever you want, man. We can pull some more chairs in if we have any more. I'm sure we do.
Sounded good. All the vocals sound great. I mean, I couldn't hear you, but I'm sure you did great.
Derek,